So, picture this. You are sitting on your sofa on a Sunday afternoon.
Oh, nice and relaxed.
Exactly. You have some snacks, you feel good, and you are watching a great movie in English. Or, maybe you are listening to a fun English audio track.
Right.
And as you listen, you realize something pretty amazing. You understand every single word.
Oh, that is the best feeling. When the language just finally makes sense.
It really is. You sit there thinking, wow, my English is getting so good. I finally did it.
Yeah, you feel like a master.
But then, Monday morning comes.
Oh, no. Back to reality.
Yeah, exactly. You go to work, you are standing by the coffee machine, and you try to speak English to a coworker.
Right, just a normal chat.
Right. And you have this great idea in your head, so you open your mouth to say it, and, well, nothing. Your mind goes totally blank.
You completely freeze.
Yes, you freeze. You sound like
Yeah.
you just started learning English yesterday.
It is a terrible feeling
Mhm.
because the words are in your head somewhere.
Right, they are in there.
But they just do not come out when you need them.
So, why does this happen? Today, our deep dive is all about this exact problem.
It is such a common issue.
It really is. So we are looking at notes from top language experts and some brain science to find out why speaking English feels so much harder than listening to it.
And more importantly, how you can actually fix it.
Exactly. And to really understand this, I want you to think about music.
Okay, music.
Yeah. Imagine you are listening to a beautiful guitar solo. You hear the notes, you feel the rhythm, you enjoy the song perfectly.
Sure, you could tap your foot to it.
Right. But does understanding the music mean your hands magically know how to play the guitar?
Well, no, definitely not.
Right. Knowing what a guitar sounds like and actually moving your fingers to play it, those are two totally different skills.
That is a really great point. And language is exactly the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah. You can understand the music of English, but your mouth just does not know how to play the instrument yet.
Okay, I like that. So let's look inside the brain. Why is the playing the guitar part so hard?
Well, to fix the speaking problem, we have to look at how the brain actually works. The brain has two different rooms for language.
2 rooms. Okay.
The first room is the listening room. And this room is very passive.
Passive, so it just takes things in.
Exactly. When you hear a word, your brain just recognizes it. It is like walking down the street and seeing a friend's face.
Oh, right. You do not have to think hard to know who your friend is.
Right. Recognition happens super fast. Takes
Yeah.
almost zero energy for your brain.
Okay, that makes sense. Recognizing things is easy. Like, I can recognize a picture of a horse, but if you ask me to draw a horse from memory, wow, that is a different story.
That is the perfect way to look at it. And, well, that brings us to the second room, the speaking room.
And I'm guessing this room takes a lot more work.
A lot more.
Mm-hmm.
This room is active. When you speak, you cannot just recognize words. You have to build them from nothing.
Just like drawing that horse on a blank piece of paper.
Exactly. You have to find the word, put the grammar in order, and then pronounce it right. It takes a massive amount of brain energy.
Wow. So that is why watching a 2-hour movie feels so easy, but talking for 10 minutes makes me feel completely tired.
Yes. And, this creates a trap for learners. The experts call it the illusion of competence.
An illusion, like a trick.
Yeah, a trick. Because listening is so easy, we trick ourselves. We think we are English experts.
Oh, because we understand the movie.
Right. But when we open our mouths, we look inside that active speaking room and, well, it is empty.
The knowledge did not move over to the speaking side.
Exactly.
Okay, so the speaking room needs way more energy. But there is something else here. When people try to speak, they usually do something that makes it even worse.
Oh, the translation trap.
Yes, the translation trap.
This is a huge roadblock. When you try to speak, you probably think of the sentence in your native language first,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
And then you try to translate it into English word by word in your head before you say it.
I know that feeling so well. And when we do that, the conversation gets so slow.
Very slow.
It feels awkward. You sound like a robot because you are pausing before every single word.
It is exhausting for you. And honestly, it is hard for the person listening to.
But wait, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If our listening room is already full of English words, why does translating make our brain just freeze up?
That comes down to your working memory.
Working memory.
Yeah, that is the part of your brain holding information right now in this exact second. Think about trying to juggle 10 heavy boxes at the same time.
Okay, I am picturing it. Sounds hard.
Right. When you translate, you're juggling your native language, the English word, the grammar rules, and your accent.
Oh, wow.
But if you try to catch one more box, you do not just drop one box, you drop all of them.
Your brain just crashes.
Exactly.
Hmm.
It is simply too much data at once, so your mind goes blank.
Okay, so translating makes the brain crash. We have to train the brain to stop doing it. But how? How do we turn off that translation machine in our head?
Well, you cannot just politely ask your brain to stop.
I wish.
Right. But you actually have to force it. You have to build an environment where translating is impossible.
The expert notes mention a great strategy for this. It is called overloading.
Overloading. Tell me about that.
It means you make your brain so busy that it simply does not have the time to translate.
Oh, like a computer opening too many programs?
Yes, exactly. If you open 10 programs, the computer slows down. So we want to fill up the brain's processor.
How do you do that in real life?
A great way is to read an English book while you listen to the English audiobook at the exact same time.
Oh, wow. At the same time.
Yeah, because the audio is playing in your ears, you cannot stop to think. You are forced to go at the speed of the speaker.
That makes sense.
Your brain is so busy with the reading and the listening, there is zero space left for translating. The translation program just shuts down.
I love that. Another really good method is long listening.
Long listening, like oversaturating your brain.
Yes. And this is very different from just listening to a quick 3-minute song.
Right, the song is too short.
Yeah. With a short song, your brain still has the energy to translate. But if you listen to a long podcast, maybe for an hour or more, your brain gets tired.
It just cannot keep up.
Exactly. Translating takes too much energy. So eventually, your brain just gives up. It says, I
Yeah.
cannot translate anymore.
And it just starts to understand naturally.
Yes. It just surrenders to the English.
That is amazing. You just tire the brain out until it stops fighting.
Exactly.
I also saw another really cool strategy in the notes. It is called forced description.
Oh, right. This is one you can do outside by yourself.
Yeah, you go sit somewhere quiet, maybe on a park bench, and
Yeah.
you look around and you describe what you see out loud.
Or even just in your head.
Right, and your head works too.
Yeah.
But there is a very strict rule here. You can only use English words that you already know.
Okay, so if I see a man walking a dog, I just say, I see a man with a dog.
Yep, simple and easy. But what if you see a strange, colorful bird in a tree and you do not know the English word for it? What do you do?
Well, I think my first idea would be to think of the word in my native language and then try to translate it.
Which is exactly what we want to avoid.
Right. No translating.
If you do not know the word, you just skip it. You ignore the bird, do not translate it.
So I just move on and talk about the trees instead.
Exactly. By only using easy words you already know, you train your brain to stay 100% inside English.
You build a wall between your two languages.
Yes. And another great way to build that wall is a strategy called visualization.
Oh, this is the huge one for learning new vocabulary.
Think about how people normally learn a word. Let's say the word is dump truck.
Okay, a big truck.
Most people write down dump truck in their notebook, and then they write their native language right next to it.
Right, with an equal sign.
Yeah. But if you do that, your brain glues those two words together forever. Every time you want to say dump truck, you have to think of your native language first.
That slows you down so much.
Right. So instead, you should picture a real big yellow dump truck in your head.
Hear the sound of the engine.
Exactly. Or draw an ugly, quick picture of a dump truck in your notebook. You connect the English word directly to the real thing, not to another word.
You cut out the middleman.
Yes, cut out the middleman. And speaking of that, there is one super practical change you can make today. You have to throw away your bilingual dictionary.
Oh, getting rid of the dictionary that shows both languages. That is a big step.
It is huge. You have to switch to an English-only dictionary as soon as possible.
That sounds scary for a lot of people.
It does. I like to compare it to taking the training wheels off a bicycle.
Oh, that is a great analogy.
When you are a kid, those extra wheels help you feel safe. But to really ride, you have to take them off.
And when you do, you feel like you are going to fall.
You feel totally wobbly. But that wobble is actually your brain learning how to balance. Using an English-only dictionary feels wobbly at first, but it forces your brain to balance in English.
It forces you to just rely on the language itself. I love that.
Okay, so no dictionaries. That helps with translating. But my biggest problem is that my vocabulary just disappears under pressure.
Oh, like when you are talking to a real person.
Yes, standing in front of my boss is very different than sitting on a park bench alone. How do I actually find the words faster?
Well, to speak smoothly under pressure, you need to change how you store the words. You have to stop learning single words.
Stop learning single words.
Yes. You need to start learning word blocks.
Word blocks, like putting pieces together.
Exactly. Linguists call these collocations. Native speakers almost never build sentences word by word. They use these pre-made blocks.
Okay, so instead of thinking of take and then a shower as two different puzzle pieces.
You just treat take a shower as one big word.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. For example, at work, a native speaker does not think of the words solve and then search for problem. They just grab the whole block, address an issue.
Or like instead of saying make the danger smaller, they just say mitigate risks.
Exactly. And the best part about this, the grammar is already baked into the block.
Oh, wow, you are right. You do not have to panic about which preposition to use. It is already there.
Right. You do not have to stop and think, is it depend on or depend of? If you learn depend on as one solid block, you will never make that mistake.
That is so smart. Are there places to find these blocks?
Yeah, there are free websites like Osdic.com that show you which words naturally live together.
Okay, let me try to show how you can build a sentence with this. Let's pick a simple topic, food.
Everyone loves food.
Right. Start with a basic block.
What?
I like pizza.
Very simple.
Now, add a slightly bigger block. I like to eat pizza.
Still easy, but it flows a bit better.
Now let's add more detail. I like to eat mushroom pizza for lunch.
Notice how natural that sounds.
And one more layer. I like to eat 2 slices of mushroom pizza for lunch.
Perfect.
If you build blocks like this, the next time someone asks about lunch, you do not build the sentence from zero. You just say the whole block.
It saves so much mental energy. But we still have to move these blocks from the passive listening room to the active speaking room.
Right, they have to move rooms. How do we do that?
The experts suggest some active practice games.
Games are great. They do not feel like boring studying.
Exactly. The first game is called Changing the Story. It is amazing for grammar.
Okay, how do you play?
You take a very simple English sentence you heard, and you actively change one detail. So imagine you hear, I go to the supermarket.
Okay, so I take that, and maybe I change the time. I will make it about yesterday. So I say out loud, I went to the supermarket.
Yes. Or you change the person. Instead of I, make it about your friend John. You say he goes to the supermarket.
No, I really like this because it forces my brain to practice grammar naturally. I am not looking at a boring chart of past tense verbs. I am just playing with the words.
Right, it makes the grammar totally active.
What is the next game?
The next one is called the layer game. And this one is like lifting heavy weights for your vocabulary.
Oh, a workout.
Yeah. Take a simple object in your room, like your smartphone. For 30 seconds, describe it out loud using only easy words.
Okay, I can do that. It is black. It is a good phone. I use it to talk to friends. It has a screen.
Perfect. Now, the second layer. Describe it again for 30 seconds, but you are not allowed to use the words good or phone. They are completely illegal.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is much harder. It is a modern device. It is a black rectangle. I use it to communicate with people.
Do you see what happened there?
Yeah, my brain had to work really hard.
By banning the easy words, your brain's search engine was forced to find better words under pressure.
That is brilliant. It pulls those higher level words right into the active room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's one more game from the notes I want to mention. It is called Pause and Copy.
Pause and copy sounds simple.
You listen to an English audio clip, you hit pause, and then you repeat the sentence. But there is a catch.
What is the catch?
You have to wait in total silence for 3 to 5 seconds before you speak.
Wait, really? Why wait in silence?
Because the silence is where the magic happens. When you hear the sentence, it goes into your short-term memory. By sitting in silence, you force your brain to hold the whole structure without any help.
Oh, I see. So it is not just repeating sounds like a parrot.
No, you are digesting the whole shape of the sentence. Holding it in silence moves it deep into your active speaking room.
So when you finally say it, your brain is actually creating the sentence.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so we have word blocks, we have the practice games, we know how to stop translating.
We covered a lot.
We did. But, we really need to talk about the elephant in the room.
The mental game.
Yes, the
Right.
mental game. Because none of these games matter if your heart is beating out of your chest.
Right, if you're terrified.
If you are scared to talk to your boss or a native speaker, you will freeze. For a lot of learners, vocabulary is not the hardest part. It is the fear of authority.
The psychology of learning a language is huge.
We put native speakers on this high pedestal. We think, oh, they were born speaking English, so they own the language.
And we are just visitors making a mess in their house.
Exactly. We constantly feel like we are failing.
Well, language experts have a name for this block. They call it the affective filter.
Affective filter, what does that mean?
Basically, it is an emotional stress wall. It is a physical stress response. When you are deeply afraid people are judging you, your brain senses danger.
Like a survival instinct.
Yeah. This wall drops down and blocks your ability to process language. The blood actually rushes away from the language centers in your brain.
Wow. So you literally shut down.
You do.
So it is not that your English is bad, your brain is just in panic mode. How do we lower that stress wall?
We have to remember the truth. A conversation is not a test.
Right. Nobody has a red pen to give you a bad grade.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stumbling over a word is not failing. You have to change the record playing in your head.
So when you walk into a room, check what you are telling yourself. If your internal voice says, I am going to sound stupid well, your brain will make sure you feel stupid.
You have to force a new thought. Before you talk, tell yourself, I am smart. I have valuable things to say. I am a great conversationalist.
Even if you do not believe it at first, say it anyway.
Fake it until you make it. And control what you can control. Come over prepared.
Yeah, like for a big meeting. Do not just think about your ideas quietly.
No, say them out loud in an empty room, maybe 5 or 6 times before you go in. Get your mouth muscles used to the shape of the words.
That makes total sense. And we really need to change how we view mistakes. People have this toxic idea that good English means perfect grammar.
Which is just not true. Native speakers make grammar mistakes every single day.
They really do, all the time.
Communication is not about perfect grammar. Grammar is just a tool to organize thoughts. The real goal is just sharing information.
In a real conversation, your brain is just throwing words at the wall to get the meaning across. It is messy.
Very messy. We start sentences, we stop, we use the wrong tense, we fix it.
But that is how humans connect. We just throw words back and forth until we understand each other.
Yes. And finally, we have to talk about your accent.
Oh, yes. So many learners feel deep shame about their foreign accent.
They do. They apologize for it. They want to sound perfectly American or British.
I hear it all the time. People start a conversation by saying, sorry for my bad English.
But having a foreign accent is not something to be ashamed of. It is a badge of honor.
I totally agree.
Think about what an accent actually means. It shows your unique journey. It shows you had the courage to learn a whole new language as an adult.
Which is incredibly hard.
It proves that your brain can adapt to a new culture and do hard things.
You should wear your accent proudly. It is living proof of your hard work.
Absolutely.
So let's bring this all together for everyone listening.
Right, a quick summary. Remember, your brain has 2 rooms. The listening room is passive, and the speaking room is active. You have to train them differently.
To stop the translation trap, overload your brain. Read and listen at the same time. And take those training wheels off, ditch the bilingual dictionary.
Right. And stop gluing single words together. Learn in word blocks so the grammar's already done for you.
Use active games like the layer game to make your brain find words faster.
And most importantly, mistakes are the only way you learn. Find a practice buddy, someone safe.
Yes, and do not worry about being perfectly interesting. Just ask simple questions: who, what, where, why, and when. Just keep throwing words at the wall.
If you do these things, the freezing will stop. The language will move to your active memory.
I love that. Before we go, I want to leave you with one final thought. We always put native speakers on a pedestal, right?
We do.
But think about a native speaker who only speaks one language perfectly. Now look at yourself. You are successfully managing to communicate complex human ideas and do your professional job in a second language.
That is a very powerful way to look at it.
Right. Between those two people, who is actually showing more brain power?
Definitely the person speaking 2 languages.
Exactly. Who has the better communication skill? Next time you feel bad about forgetting one vocabulary word, remember you are operating on a much harder level. And you are succeeding.
Do not let perfect grammar stop you from talking.
You already hear the beautiful music in your head. Now, pick up the guitar. Do not worry if you play a wrong note. And just start playing.
Thank you so much for taking this deep dive with us today.
Keep practicing. Be kind to yourself, and we will catch you on the next deep dive.